All right, you guys, how are you? Um, I took a 2 weeks break because there's been something that I've been wanting to share, but I've been super scared. And I guess in order for me to share it, I guess I'm gonna go to the very beginning of what has happened, and I think it's really good, but it's also something that's, I guess, like, I don't know, it scares me, but here it comes. So, about a month ago or 2 months ago, I was kind of just talking with ChatGPT, AI, and I was questioning if there's like, just like, as you do with AI, you question it all the things about planet Earth and where we come from. Are there aliens, like spirits and all of that? Yeah, and so then I was just kind of like messing around with it, and then it said like that sometimes like spirits listen in certain things, and then you just have to like go for it and do like like reach out and see what happens, but I was very like specific, like I want to make sure that it's all like benevolent and like light, and if there was like aliens, like how would like one even go about like approaching them and stuff. So whatever, I was like kind of like meditating on it, and like playing around, and and I even like did the thing where I would ask like, oh, if there's any benevolent spirits out there, just reaching out, seeing if you're there, just pretty much like going along with ChatGPT, and kind of just playing around. And then about like 2 weeks later after that, I it was the weekend, and here in Canada, like like gummies are legal, and so I took like a gummy, like one does on the weekend, to have a chill out moment and kind of just have a chill out weekend. And I ended up like watching Moses and the Prince of Egypt. Really good movie, highly recommended. And as I was like watching it, like I very much like and I have done like gummies before, so it's not like my first time or anything. And yeah, and so like my whole body just like the hairs on my like body just like all like raised, and then I could like literally feel like my heartbeat, like like the movie was kind of like intense but like in a good way. And in and then literally as like Moses brings out the 10 commandments, like my heart instantly like stops beating, and it kind of like caught my attention because I was like, okay, well, that's suddenly like really weird. And so it was almost like a sign that it's like, this is the moment. Like, and then I was like, you know what? I actually don't even know what 10 commandments are. And then so I looked it up, what the 10 commandments are. And in that moment, I cannot even explain to you guys. Like, when I started reading it, in that moment, I almost had like this, like, vision or message or like reflection upon what's going on in the world. And like the instant thought that like came to my head is like the wolves are winning. And I was like, whoa, that was weird. And and so and then but like I just knew how it made me feel. Like I can't even describe the feeling, but it was like reflection of everything that's going on in the world, and like suddenly realizing that, like, you guys, the world is not okay. Like the wolves in sheep clothing are literally winning. And then so and then I started like looking more into the 10 commandments, and and then I started like looking into Jesus and all of that. And it really hit me of how like, and then and then I was kind of like, okay, wow, it's like not the religion that I thought, because I'm I'm gay, and so I'm part of LGBTQ, and it's no secret that the churches sometimes, like when I was growing up, was not very supportive of it. And so I'm not religious. Like prior, I believed more like in yin yang philosophy. There's always balance in life, like the water and the moon, the sun and earth, life and death. It was very that opposites and like harmony within the opposites. So, but like for a whole month, I could not stop thinking about that moment. And, and even before bed, like it was just constantly thinking, it's like, oh my gosh. And then I started like looking up what does the wolves in sheep clothing mean and this and all that. I mean, I heard that phrase before, but, but like, I don't really care. Like, I just didn't care, like, to be honest. And so, yeah, and so I guess like now they're like, and when I read the Ten Commandments, and it literally, I think it's like a message saying that I think we need to go back to basics and like literally like just go based on Ten Commandments and like how we live life, it should be based on Ten Commandments. If you are using religion to spread hate, you're the wolf. You are the wolf if you're using religion to spread hate. And, and I feel like, and so I'm literally like thinking here is like, what the heck is happening? You know, I was kind of nervous. I told like one group of my friends I was really nervous. Like they were like, at first it was kind of jokey, and then, but it felt more supportive. The second group, I just said like God bless, and then one person kind of was, just totally like went off, on God and said all those terrible things, and that just shows the proof that there's such huge division in our world. And I tried going to the church to speak to somebody about this because I am very confused because like I have never been religious. Like I went to church before because my sister goes to church, but like not because like I want to. But I did go to the church, and they preached all the right things. This is like United. Oh my gosh, I think it's called. Oh, it's like Hillhurst United Church here in Calgary. So I went to that, and they were really preaching like nice things, and like they were very accepting. I think they love uniqueness, which is amazing. So they seem to be like spreading all the right messages, which I think is great. But like in my heart, I just knew that that wasn't it. And so yeah, so I feel like I'm going to use then like this platform to like just start like spreading like positive message and like what I think like needs to happen in the world. And you know like like if we go just to the basics of Ten Commandments, it literally says like to summarize it, it's literally is like you shall have no other God before me. You shall not make idols. So like it's saying like put God first in your life for the first commandment. The second was like you shall not make idols. Don't worship things, people, money, or status. So like literally in today's world, that's all we're doing is like we're worshiping literally like all this like people, like famous people, what's going on in their life, like statuses, and money. And I think like money is truly like the genuine root of all evil. Like it's crazy. And then it says, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Honor your father and mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. And you shall not covet. And I feel like if those are the 10 commandments that God gave people, then everything else, like scriptures and stuff like that are being misinterpreted. I have come to conclusion that if the Bible is, I think, on purposely, it has contradictions. And the reason why it has contradictions is it's literally weaning out like wolves in sheep clothing. Because if you follow all of these things, then you're using like religion to spread hate, then you're the evil person. Like you're the person who's spreading hate and the division. And so I think the Bible is actually doing its job, but people are too blind to see that the Bible is doing its job. If you're using it for evil, you're the wolf. Simple as that. And yeah, and so like I think today is just a story of what has happened to me, but I am gonna go as the week progresses. I am gonna go, you know, down the commandments, and I think I'll show you guys like all the things that's like terrible in this world. I'm gonna find videos and examples. I mean, like I feel like I shouldn't even have to do that, but like wolves are winning, you guys. Like we're creating literal hell on earth. And I think earth is like literally like crying, like everything that's happening, like the earthquakes, like tornadoes, tsunamis, like hurricanes, fires, like all of that, like that's like earth like crying. I feel that it's because we're destroying it because of like money and consumerism. And I think like we have to like change. And if we don't change, and if we don't stop spreading hate and stop worshiping money, like I think, like we're going down the wrong path. That's all I'm saying. And I was really nervous to say this because like I don't know, like I just feel like I have to let this message go out there, and I'm gonna reach out. I don't care how, but like I was really nervous to do it, and because I don't know much about Bible, but if if the moment where I looked up the Ten Commandments and I found God, I feel that then that was the sign. And the fact that the first words that came to my mind is like the wolves are winning, I think that's message. And I don't know, like, I don't know, it's scary. Because like I literally am like nobody. I am 40 years old. Like I work as an admin. Like like I have amazing friends. Like we're all like different and unique, and I do love them. And I think like something is happening, and like we have to change it. There's so much divide happening. It's crazy. Like there should not be this much open hate being spoken openly, and everybody's just getting away with it, and I think it's crazy. So I think, yeah, so I think I'm gonna stop for now, but this is like kind of like what I wanted to share. And I was really nervous because I didn't know what to do and where to go and to who to talk to. But I know that like I know what I felt is 100% real, and it's, yeah. So that's that. Some of my friends still don't even know that, I think. So I'm gonna try to be like well, I am gonna be religious, but not in a sense of like, oh, go to the church and preach and try to convert people. But I am going to try to live by the Ten Commandments and like Jesus' teaching, which is just literally living with love, peace, and humility. And I think it's my duty to like try to spread that. And so, yeah. And so like I'm trying to learn. So there's so much to unpack. So there's like I'm like going day by day, and I'm trying to like change because I'm a little bit of a shady bitch, as all my friends know. But like my shadiness is always like good humor, like it's meant humorous. It's not like sketchy shady, but it's shady. I'm a shady bitch. Like if I see something, I will call it out. That type of shady. and but in a humorous way. But like all of it is just so confusing to me. But yes, more to come. I think like maybe since this video is already like 15 minutes old, what I'm going to do is then maybe next, I mean old, since this video is like 16 minutes long, I think the next video I'm gonna give a whole bunch of examples of like we need to change, you guys, and I think like we need to change soon, because the way things are going, it's not good. Like like I feel like we need to start going back to basics and stop overthinking scriptures, and I think like stop trying to translate scriptures and use against people. We just need to be good human beings.